Does fear of rejection hold you back from approaching somebody new when you're trying to start dating? Is it hard to find a new partner because you're afraid they're going to reject you and they won't like you? Or do you just endlessly agonize over it even while you're talking to them? It could be poisoning your approach, by the way. If you struggle to approach new partners, even just through the dating process or the talking process, if you don't know how to connect inside dating, I'm going to teach you that here today. Because there's a process you need to learn. It's just a lack of information and lack of skill. That's what's holding you back. I'm going to teach you that here today so that you understand exactly how to overcome your fear of rejection and get into deeper, loving relationships with people that actually like you for you. If that sounds awesome, stay tuned because we're going to talk through that really quick. Side note, real fast, anything I mention in here product-wise is going to be available on my website, adamlanesmith.com. For example, I'm probably going to mention my book, 5 Steps to Overcome Fear of Rejection. Some of the lessons I'm going to teach you here will come from that, and it's going to show you exactly how to fix that fear of rejection fast in all of your relationships. If you have any questions during this video, please drop me a comment down below and let me know, or shoot me an email at support@adamlanesmith.com or contact me through my website, adamlanesmith.com. I would love to talk with you and help you with this. I have so many coaching clients who are afraid of rejection, and it's held them back for 10, 20, even 30 years. Sometimes they come to me in their 40s or 50s just learning to date. I'm happy to help you. Just let me know what I can do. Now, fear of rejection. Where does it come from? Why are we so terrified that some random person we've never even met before is going to reject us? Well, I work with a tremendous number of men, especially, women too, but men especially in my coaching practice, who come in and say, Adam, I am so afraid of being rejected, and I don't know why. I don't know why exactly it's important. Why do I care what these people think? And here's what it is. You care what they think because these people represent your next best hope in being accepted in a way that you've never really been accepted before. Most people who are terrified of rejection don't have other people in their life who love and accept them to back it up so that they say, I don't need these people's approval. I have all these people who love and accept me. You lack that. If you lack that and you have no stability and no one at your back that you say they love me and I have proof that I'm a good person, your brain says, what if? What if I'm not? What if no one on earth ever really thinks I'm a decent person? What if no one ever cares enough? What if no one accepts me enough? What if I am not worthy of other people's time and attention? So many people are living like this. Are you living like this? Is this hitting right here in your heart? Other people, though, their fear of rejection doesn't come from internal insecurity. It comes from the belief that other people are just incapable of being good people. When the chips are down and the stress is up, that other people are going to reject them because other people are too selfish to accept anybody anywhere. It's feeling alone and alien in a hostile land. Not just you have a problem, but everybody else does. You want to connect to them? But you also can't put your finger on why you would want to connect to these people. If that's resonating for you right now, we're also going to talk about how to fix that. That's usually something called avoidant attachment style. I'll explain more about that later in this video and what to do. There's 2 different pieces here, and actually they have very similar fix, but with a tweak. We'll talk about that here in a moment. But which one of these right now so far is resonating for you? Where are you afraid of rejection? What does rejection represent to you? If you're a young man who's out dating and you see an attractive young woman, she catches your eye, you meet, she smiles at you, you walk over to her and you start talking and she says, ew. What is that going to do? It's not just one person who doesn't like you. A fear of rejection is about more than that one person who's in front of you. Where is your fear of rejection coming from? What does that person represent? Your next best hope? Overall humanity and their incapability of being loving? Somebody being right that you don't deserve love? Pain? Do they represent social pain? Not just this person rejecting you, but everybody rejecting you. Where is that fear of rejection coming from? Do you just not know what other people want from you? Do you just not know which other people you should actually care about getting connected to? If that's you, I've got you. Second half of this video, we're going to talk about exactly what to do with that. Stay tuned for that because I'm going to show you. It's actually fairly simple. You just haven't learned it before. That's all. But what I want you most to pick out of this right now is that fear of rejection comes from an irrational place. It comes from this side, the right side emotional brain. This right here is where the irrational fears are coming from. Your logical left brain may say, I don't need to worry about this. What do I care if this woman says no to me? What if I care if that guy doesn't like me? What do I care if that person thinks I'm not cool? Your brain logically knows that this person represents one individual who may or may not gel with you very well. That's okay. A rational brain, though, cycles back to old fears. This is is the representative brain. What does that person represent? What deeper pain and fear am I experiencing that the person may actually make worse? How is that person going to make it harder for me to endure the rest of my life if they reject me? So stop right now, maybe pause this video, and write down what it is that rejection actually represents for you. For a lot of men, it's being unworthy of love, unworthy of breeding, unworthy of a woman's attention in general, unworthy of his own mother's attention, unworthy of any kind of human connection. A lot of men that come into my coaching practice, that's what they're experiencing. So they go into every interaction with a woman as if she's the god of their universe and is going to dictate to them if they actually deserve human love or not. That's an awful way to go into a dating process, by the way. Don't ever do that. So we've hammered this, right? Where does fear of rejection come from? Someplace crazy. It's a place that you don't need to be. And it's a place that is driving you up the wall and making it harder for you to live. So let's fix it. If you are afraid that person is going to reject you because you deserve it, or if you are afraid that person is going to reject you because other people are incapable of unselfish love and care, what we need to do is show you what good people actually want from you and how you can embody that so that people will accept you for who you are instead of for a performance or what you do for them or the way that you earn their love and approval and time. We need to show you how you innately can attract the right people who will actually care and people you, in turn, can also trust. To do this, there's 4 key levels of a relationship that I need to show you. This is 4 key things that people want from you, and it's also how you build trust with other people to see if they're the kind of people you should accept. Remember, it's not a one-way street where they only accept you and then you're just grateful. You accept them and they accept you. And that's actually part 3 of this process that we're going to work on. Part 1 and 2 is this. Number 1, are you and are they consistent with your moral values? What I call principles, your core principles. For me, this honor code that I have is honesty, integrity, and compassion. I must always be honest, but I also make sure the other person has the information they need to make their own decisions. It's about more than just lying. It's about telling the fullness of truth so that other people have the information they need. To be an honest person means to lay everything on the table, even when it costs you something, especially when it costs you something. Even if it could cost you cash during a negotiation or whatever it may be, you are honest. Integrity. You must do what you say you're going to do. If someone hires me for a coaching session, I make sure I show up on time, that I'm not drunk or crazy or something horrible. I show up professional. I show up ready. I read their emails that they've sent me. I make notes ahead of session. I over-deliver during my coaching sessions. If there's a problem during it, I make sure they get the fullness of their time. If there's a technical issue, I take care of them, but I also make sure they get the outcomes they're looking for. I don't just say, well, you paid for the session, this is what you get. I make sure that they get what they need out of working with me. If that means an extra couple of emails, if that means clarification, if that means a book, if that means a couple extra minutes of time, I am welcome to do. I'm happy to do that because my integrity says I must provide what I have promised this person I will provide. Compassion. If you've seen previous videos, you know my personal story is that I overcame my own attachment issues. And I love to help other people overcome the pain that I know and understand. But I also want to do what is truly right for other people without enabling them, without stripping them of dignity, not solving their problems and fixing them like a machine. I want to help people and do what's truly best for them with compassion. Those are my 3 core values. That's why so many people come to me for coaching. They jump into my private community, the attachment circle. This is why so many people want to work with me, is because they've seen me live these things consistently. This is what's going to get people attracted to you. And this is what's going to make so that people don't reject you. This is what good people want to see. Now, along with your consistent values, that makes you predictable in a good way. Also, do you have a long-term goal you're aiming for so that people can still predict you? And do you live to that long-term goal consistently? And is that long-term goal consistent or at least parallel with theirs? 2 people who are on the same path of improving the world? Fantastic. That's a duo. That's a power team right there. 2 people who want to make things better for their families, but in a little bit different ways. Still parallel goals, and you can still work together, or at least be good friends because you can understand the other person and respect their goals. One person who wants to make the world better for the underprivileged, and another person who wants to get as much money as they can, even if they have to steal it from old grandmothers. Not compatible life goals, and that is not going to match up. You are not going to be able to be friends. someone who wants to make the world better and give real honesty in the world versus someone who's constantly earning approval from other people and will do and say anything so that people won't reject them, bad match. All you're going to match up with is people who are fine with dishonesty, lying, and approval seeking. This is one reason you've probably been rejected a lot in the past, is the people who have long-term life goals based on more like honesty, principles, values. They see you acting with fear, and that's a massive turnoff for them. You are now unpredictable because you're going to do whatever your fear makes you do. These first two levels tell you if a person's consistent and trustworthy. Are they even worthy of your trust? And you doing these tells them you are worthy of their trust. This makes you incredibly valuable in relationships for good people who want to live the same way you are wanting to live. People you respect are looking for these two pieces in you. Not your hobbies, not how entertaining you are, not how fun you are at parties, not how much you can drink, not what you'll do for them, not how much money they can get from you. It's these core values and your core life goals that are consistent with theirs. At level 3, now you reach actual acceptance. Okay, we've seen that I am consistent with my values. We've seen I'm consistent with my life goals. Here's the things about me that aren't so pretty. I'm going to lay them out for you right now so you're never blindsided. You know exactly what's going on. Here's in dating. I'm going to lay out exactly for you what it is that's going on. I tell people like third date. This is a great option to bring up. Here's some red flags you should know about me, and here's what I'm doing to work on them, solution focused. Here's how much I have done on working on them. Here's the improvement, but here's what it would mean if we were in a relationship together. I'm going to spell it out so that you know everything. This makes you so trustworthy. It's not even funny. This makes you trustworthy because you are giving them the secrets right up front that they're going to have to try to figure out over the first year and guess and hope. You're telling them right up front. And you're going to say what it means for them and show them, by the way, that you've been working on it. That you're not just sitting there tolerating it, miserable. That you're not just going to give up. That it's not going to be all their fault and all their problem. You're showing them how much work you're going to be willing to do in that process. That makes you trustworthy. The surface, I can trust you. Great, let's have this conversation. Let's have this relationship. This is what makes you very, very, very attractive to people while you're dating. Men, women, whoever you're dating a panda, I don't care. This will make you attractive, and this will show other people who you really are. And if you get rejected, who cares? Now, if you're dealing with deeper insecurity than this, if this hasn't quite scratched the full surface, you may be struggling with anxious attachment style that says, I am unworthy of love anyway. Adam, I don't know what my values are. Adam, I don't think I have values. Adam, I don't think I have a life goal. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know how to display these things. Calm down. You're okay. A lot of people don't know how to start, and that's all right. Drop me a comment below that says, Adam, help me. I'm stuck on whatever part, the 4 parts. Adam, I'm stuck on the first part. Tell me how to find my values. Cool. I've got a book for that. My book called Slaying Your Fear walks you through the opening process of that. I've also got an Attachment Bootcamp course that walks you through how exactly to find those principles. And people who can't do it through those 2 resources, they jump into my private circle, the Attachment Circle, and we work together exclusively with exclusive access in there in DMs and in the private community to show you how to build your connections and your principles and your goals that way. What you need to do right now is this. If any of this is hitting and it's way too overwhelming, drop me a comment below and tell me what's going on. I will talk back with you. This is something I had to work through as a young man myself. It is okay. I've got you. The same way I have helped thousands of other people improve their dating life and find somebody that actually connects with them and get that love and acceptance, I will guide you through that process. Let's just talk. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit like on this video. I have so much more to teach you, but do make sure you drop down in the comment section and contact me. I want to hear from you.